Hey guys, it's Vera Sweeney, and I have to read the name of this movie because it's not my native language. Hantu Kak Limah. That's what I watched yesterday. Hantu Kak Limah, and it was from Malaysia. I saw it on Netflix, and I gave it a go. And I gave it a go thinking it was a horror movie, a straight up horror movie, and it ended up being more of a comedy than anything else. So I just want to give you a heads up that if you do decide to give this movie a shot, it is a comedy horror. So the way I want to describe this to you, I am a big fan of those sci-fi movies that are like Megalodon shark meets ancient piranha from 50,000 BC, and then it's totally campy, and you know what you're getting into. It's one cheesy line after the other. I'm into those movies. Come judge me. I don't even care. I love those corny sci-fi movies. I don't know why. I'm weird, but I watch them all the time. I freaking DVR them. Like, that's how bad I am. I don't like just happen to see them. I DVR them to watch them. I watch them with intent. This movie has that vibe. It is so bad. It is so bad. But it was so bad that I couldn't stop watching it because it's one of those movies. So long story short, and I'm not going to use the names. It's like Kak Limah. Let me just look at some of these names because I mean it's like Encik Solihin, Husin. Like I don't want to do this because I will butcher every single name, as I try to get through it. So I'm just going to say ghost, villager, and you're just going to have to walk through and just I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say it. So somebody dies, woman dies, and her ghost starts to haunt the village. And the whole premise of the movie is the people are trying to figure out if this woman is actually dead or alive because the ghost can take a human form. And the only way that there's all these ways that you can figure out if the woman is dead or alive, but they're weird because this is a weird movie. So as you're looking at the ghost woman, straight away, eye to eye, she looks like a human. She looks normal. She looks like you and me. So in this movie, the way that you could tell if she is a ghost or not, you have to turn around and you have to duck down between your legs and look from behind and look under your legs and look through your knees, and then you will see her ghost form. So this is how people are running around the village. They're running around the village, turning around and looking underneath their legs at people to see whether or not they're ghosts. Ridiculous. Who wrote that? That's ridiculous. Hilariously ridiculous. I was in the bed and I was like, yeah, okay, so that's how we're doing this. So they're like Ghostbusters looking between their legs. And some of these people are wearing skirts because in Malaysia, like they're not in jeans, like they're in their traditional garb. So they're lifting up their skirts and they're looking under their legs. It was just really funny. And then there's this one guy, one of the main five, who for 5 months, because this movie took about 5 months, for the hour and 45 minutes that he shot every single scene that he did this movie, he smoked a cigarette. He was smoking a cigarette for an hour and 45 minutes, which you and I know that meant that he smoked for 5 months straight. I was like watching him. I must have drank about 8 gallons of water watching him. Every time he was on the scene, I was like, he's still smoking. He's still smoking. Why are they making this poor guy smoke? I couldn't believe it. I was like sick. I was sick watching this guy. It was disgusting. He smoked for 5 months straight, this poor guy. The other thing is the main characters are not, they were just people that they picked, just random people, because all of them had black teeth. Root canal is an understatement. They needed to have all their teeth pulled. Like, we need to start a GoFundMe account for these people. As they smiled, all of these teeth were black, needed to be pulled. And my husband happened to walk into the room and he goes, "Oh my God, what's wrong with their teeth?" And I said, "That's their teeth. This is not a prop. This is their teeth, and that's who they chose to be the leads for this movie." And I just found that fascinating. I was like, I can't believe that these are the leads of this movie. And I hope to God they took the money that they earned from this movie and they got medical attention, because their teeth, it has to cause something else. Like the black decay that was on the front of their teeth was so horrific that I said, I hope they took the money that they earned from that movie, and I hope that they got the medical attention that they needed. That is like actually not even funny. That made me like nervous. Every time they talked, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so awful. It was so awful how bad their teeth were. That is not funny. That is like, actually, when you watch that, you're gonna notice it. Like, I think 2 or 3 of them, the whole front of their, like, and they made jokes about it, and they wrote jokes in, and they were like, well, she's not as dangerous as your teeth. And I'm like, that's not funny. That's not funny. That's scary. Actually, that was scary. That was like the scariest part of the whole entire movie. So I don't want to spoil the actual movie because I feel like you guys really need to see it because it's just so bad. But so back in the 70s when it was like, oh, the thing or whatever, it would be like rubber. They would put them in rubber suits. That's sort of what was happening. So whenever the ghost would walk, they would have somebody hold her rubber legs because she couldn't touch the ground. So they would have somebody hold her rubber legs off camera. So her feet would be dangling like this, off, like her feet would, like here's the ground, and her feet would be dangling like this, but it would be rubber legs. So it's these fake rubber legs coming off camera, and then her fake little toes with her fake little press-on nails, like to give her like long fake nails, and they would be like this, and it would be walking, and then they would have alien noise. So it would be like, woo, with fake little rubber legs, which were probably kitchen gloves with Lee press-on nails painted. And it would be like this, coming towards you. And then everybody would scream. And it was amazing. It was amazing. So if you're looking for campy, cheesy, over-the-top, ridiculous horror, which is not horror because it was not scary. It is not scary. It's not even PG. It's like G. It's like Disney-rated horror. How's that? It's like Mr. Toad's Greatest Adventure from Disney World. That's how scary this movie is. That it was qualified as horror is beyond me. I don't even know if there was like an ounce of blood. But it said horror. That's why I watched it last night. And I couldn't stop watching it because once I started, it was very Megalodon shark to me. And I am that person. So I was like, okay, now I have to see where this goes. And the ending got weird. The whole thing is weird. So if you're like me and you like those weird movies, and you got an hour and a half to kill one night, and you have a Netflix subscription, I'm going to say it. Hantu Kak Limah came out in 2018, available at Netflix. I don't want to tell you more. I just want you to watch it. Did I tell you about the Harley? Let me just tell you about the Harley before I shut this down. So in the beginning of the movie, they're like a river town, I guess. They live in the forest, or I don't know what you would call that. I don't know, the rainforest. And then so in order to get to their houses, they're all on like these rowboats. And so like they're rowboating their way to their house, and then you see a guy and he's on a Harley. So I was like, oh, that's cool. He's on a Harley. And then the camera pans down, and only the top half of the Harley is fixed on the boat. So he's not on a Harley. He just put the Harley top on his boat. So while his boat is going down the river, he's just holding on to the top of his fake Harley on his boat. And that's when I knew I had to watch the movie, because I was like, oh, I'm in. That's it. Like, subscribe, bell, heart, star, jumping jack. I don't know what the heck these people want for us anymore, but that's it. Until next time. Bye.